What's up, everybody? All right, I'm here, I'm in, and I'm live. Oof, got some interesting shit going on. Everybody's bugging out that Stuttering John is on the same time as me. It was not planned. He actually told me last night he quit. But whatever it is, I'm just going to go on with my show anyway. And I got my super tips up and working, not like yesterday with Mike Ganji. Richard Primzi's coming on, and I don't want to say, I've never heard anything like this before, but this man is coming on. I don't want to say his name. NOOGAA, he's coming on as well. Turn my phone off. So this motherfucker, Karmic X or whatever, I guess I've heard a lot of different fucked up shit about him. He's basically starting shit with me. And truly, so just ahead, NOOGAA is the name of my dead mother. Oh my God, I didn't know that. John's been goofing on my dead mom for years. Have a great show. I had no fucking idea. So Shuli said that's his. This guy's trolling. This guy that I have coming on is. Well, so let's talk about that. No fucking idea. People. You know what? I did not fucking know that. I'm sorry that I would have never gone down that road. It's that's not cool. So we got a super tip coming up. So just let me know, super tip. Let's try this out. You hit play. No, just tell me. Okay, anonymous. This year, one of my private Discover loans was forgiven after a debt collector company closed. Do I have to report this as income and taxes? Rich will be here, and he's going to answer that question. You don't have to show me. The reason why I want you to do it is because I don't have to look at it. But anonymous, yeah, we're going to keep that up there, and I'm going to have Rich come in. Shuli, I'm so sorry, dude. I didn't know. Why would John make fun of your fucking dead mother? I have no idea. Why? Because you went after his kids, probably, right? Is that vindictiveness will get you nowhere. So I'm going to keep that up there. Richard Primzi will be here. If you do have any tax questions, let me know. So I'm going to keep that question up there because that's a very good question because I got motherfuckers calling me all the time. So Rich is running a little late. He's just he's very handsome man. He's got to look good for the camera, right? So this guy Karmic X fucking opens his stupid big Minnesotan mouth, and after I had the decency to go on his show, give him a great fucking interview, and this cocksucker, all of a sudden, he said he was going to help me with the super tips, and God bless people like Oscar Electric, Jerry the Beer Guy, all the guys at Super Tips, Pat and JT, Oscar Electric, who was an American Cupcake, all the guys. I didn't ask for their help; they all came to me and said they could help. And I was very happy to do that. So when the Karmic, I went on his show. I did a great interview. He got clipped like something awful. You're welcome, you fucking ungrateful bastard. And we already got questions for you. Come on in. Richard Prinzi's here, everybody. Come around this way.
You go right to live shot?
Yeah, right to live. We're going here. We're going to adjust things over. We got your, just want to let you know this is a $6 super tip question.
Oh, really?
Yes. So super tips is up and running. Get you all settled here. Richard, Anonymous wants to know, this year, one of my private Discover loans was forgiven after a debt collection company closed. Do I have to report this as an income on my taxes?
Well, usually debt forgiveness is taxable, but they'll send you a 1099-C. Right, so you should get a tax form to report what portion of it's taxable.
There you go. There's your answer, Anonymous.
Are they paying me $6?
Yeah, they are. Technically, it's going to your bank account. So I got to give you a little example about what's going on. You can see the comments of all the people over there. Those are just regular comments. If they want a super tip, Hudson they'll come up on Hudson. I'm going to move to another screen, which is a super tip screen, and then you can see the super tip question at the top. So this is the Dabbleverse we're in right now. You got to understand. I want to give you a heads up. These people are mean and vicious. They're not going to be mean to you. They're going to be mean to me. But just when you know what some of these people are saying and what's going on.
You deserve it.
Yeah. So these people louder. Oh, is it too loud? These microphones are hot. So these people, I have this guy that I went on his show. His name is Karmic X, and he I went on a show. I did a great interview with him, and he said he was going to help me with super tips, which I need. So over the weekend, I waited around Saturday for him to come in and help me with the super tips. I didn't pressure him. I didn't say anything. I said, "Yo, bro, I'm ready when you are." I didn't hear anything from him, so I went about my day. And then Sunday, I said, if you're around, nothing. I wasn't mad that the guy promised to help me. I wasn't mad that he didn't. I said nothing. But I had this guy, everybody's got these weird names, by the way. So this guy, American Cupcake, he's a truck driver. And then this other guy, Oscar Electric, Oscar, and then Jerry, the beer guy. They all hide behind their names because they're terrified that someone's going to come after them. So this guy, Karmic, didn't help me at all. I said nothing, but yesterday somebody told him that I called him a disingenuous fairy. And he went on the air for over an hour bashing me. So this is like something I have to I have to address this because these people, this is what they're starving for. So this guy's from Minnesota. He's only gotten laid twice. He lives in a town about 100. He's just had his first airplane. He just got on an airplane and then apparently he missed his girlfriend so much he came home. But Oscar Electric is good people. But anybody that super tips are up, I also just found out, sort of as I guess maybe stab me in the back kind of thing, Stuttering John saw I was going live, so he's live as well. So he's like sucking people.
Very complicated.
Yeah, it's very. The Dabbleverse, Rich, is very complicated. Everybody, this is Richard Primzi. He is the CEO of Professional Tax Alliance. Somebody made up a couple of cool, what's his name? I'm sorry. This is from Nasty Meals. There's another guy. He made up a couple of cool Aftershock Professional Tax Alliance signs. And we got to hide this and then go back to us. And so we got to go back to comments. There's comments here. If anybody has any questions that they want to ask Richard or you want to talk about the Dabbleverse, this is the time. I got him square away, be Dabbler. But yeah, this guy's all like, why? So everybody's in this whole thing basically because they hate you to Stuttering John. All right, another question for Super Tips. Where is it? You have to play. Why isn't it coming on? Oh, there we go. This is Voltaire. My friend Greta is a pretty girl, but she wants to remove her tits and become a man. If she starts an OnlyFans for queers, can she write this off?
If she's making money through this process, yeah, there's the things you can write off that may sound kind of ridiculous, right? Like if you're, you know, so the short answer is yeah, there's definitely opportunities to write, you know, some or all of some of this stuff off. Between medical expenses and business expenses, you can pretty much you can. I mean, I don't know, you know, if the questions are just trying to be you know, kind of aggressive and funny, right?
Yeah, it's going to be out there, but that's a legitimate question.
It might be a legitimate question, and,
yeah.
and it certainly should be something that you talk to your accountant about because it's definitely an opportunity. You know, just because it may not be like mainstream stuff like that you see every day. You know, like if you think about it, like influencers, right? 10 years ago, was there an influencer? No. Right? So now it's a very popular business, and the write-offs for things like that are just kind of, you know, ordinary and necessary for your business activity. So if your expense is ordinary and necessary for you to generate the revenue you generate, then it's deductible. So now a lot of people who are going to be progressive about it and you know, take some risks, right? Because you every time you write something off, you take risk. I think that a good argument can be made for stuff like that if it fits in the model of what the business is doing.
Who decides that thin line? Like if they do it and they don't get away with it, like does it go to some type of IRS agent that is going to determine yes or no?
Yeah, more or less. It works where, you know, Congress writes the law, the IRS interprets the law, and then you comply with the law. And then if there's a challenge, then the courts get involved, and a judge will hear you, and they'll use the ordinary and necessary, you know, criteria.
If it gets that far, does he know?
If it gets that far, yeah. But the 99% of this stuff never gets past the tax return. So if you do it properly and you're reasonable about it, you can usually write off things that make sense. You know. Even though they may, I've been here for 3 minutes. I haven't gotten a dog question yet.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to write their pets off.
Yeah.
Right? But I get that no matter where I speak, even at public events, and everybody wants to write their pets off. And like there's never the answer no in tax, right? It's always it depends. That's the answer to every tax question, because there are you have to follow certain procedures and so forth. But a lot of this stuff can be deducted. The animals certainly not as dependents as we talked about last time, but you can certainly write them off if they're part of your advertising, right? We talked about that last time. So
Yes.
I don't want to
But yeah, no,
bore your people to death because they've heard this already.
What's that?
I don't want to bore them to death.
Oh,
It's
no,
like
no,
we just talked about this
they're
last
having
week
fun.
in your
Thank you very
promo.
much, Voltaire, for your question. Grillo, I'm actually killing it. Grillo has made $9 and $14.91 left to cover his rent. I'm on my way to Rent City, baby. Thanks for the answer, boys. Greta will be happy. Are you? Oh, I see. You know who Greta is? Greta is Stuttering John's daughter, who was once a boy. So this is them goofing on Stuttering John. See, these people are like mean and vicious. So, and I just found out, I guess that other guy is not going to, NOOGA's not going to call in. Found out that there was someone else from the Dabbleverse that was going to chime in and stuff. I think they might have backed out because I realized that this guy Shuli, who's the one who basically started the Dabbleverse, the guy's name is Shuli's dead grandmother's. So... Oh, okay. I'm waiting for you to come on, buddy. He's someone. Okay. He's supposed to come on as a guest. He also works in finance. I thought it'd be interesting to have him on. But I didn't realize his screen name was this guy Shuli's dead grandmother. They go after people. Someone I heard they post their family's personal information on different things, and they go to people's houses and they do awful things. It's but. The reason why the Dabbleverse is because of John, but like every show is based on his Stuttering John and what he does, and every waking moment or breath that comes out of the guy's mouth, they literally analyze every vowel. So, but Shuli was one of the first people that went into, Shuli was a reporter for Howard 101 News, and he's a comedian, and he was a writer for Howard, and he's a very good friend. But John and him had bad falling out, and it started where Shuli just started this Uncle Rico show where it just takes away. They clip John's show, and they just go on and just brutalize every word that comes out of his mouth, and they just make fun of him, and that spawned a lot of other things in the Dabbleverse. So remember when you said I need to get numbers and then make this monetized? This is how I'm doing it. Yeah.
All right. Well, you do it any way you have to do it. But you want this to be a business, you got to make money.
Yeah. Well, we're already making super tips. I made $38 yesterday, and it barely. So wait, John flipped out because someone asked him if he dabbled in comedy. Yeah, I know that. That was that one comic, the female comic. If he's a comedian or not. So super tips are up. If you want to ask Richard Primzi any questions, and Chrissy Mayer, that's right, interviewed John. She asked if he dabbled in comedy, and it was the beginning, Steve. Yes, I understand that. I'm trying to get all the information to explain it here to Rich. This is going to make any money, retard. But here's the deal. There's a thing called clipping, right? Well, there's a bunch of shows in this universe, and they're all trying to get clipped by the bigger shows. So people go to see their show about Stuttering John or whatever they do. It's sort of evolved this universe where these people are all involved in each other's lives. Apparently, there's about 20,000 people that are involved in this whole entire scenario. And so they're all looking to get clipped. They're all looking to get clipped. And now I step in the scene out of nowhere, and I'm getting clipped left and right. So this show will get picked up by all the other bigger shows, and it brings more people to me. And now all these other shows that are kind of pissed off because they've been trying to get clipped for years, and now I step in and everybody's clipping my show. So, all right, we got another super tip question.
I hope that works out.
Yeah, well, it is.
You know, like the old adage that they in media, as long as they're talking about you, right?
Yeah. Okay, this is from Serial Killer Jack. Thanks for the tax advice. Well, this guy has a business. He's a landlord. He owns a bunch of properties, and he does a lot of big things. Thank you for the super tip, serial killer Jack. But he's very well off. You and him would get along very well. Like you guys have the same mindset. You know, you're very straight-minded, business-oriented people that are very successful. So serial killer Jack, that's a $20 super tip.
Do you have a question for $20?
Oh, come on, $20. Ask a question, Jack. Come on, I know.
At least give us some value first.
Yeah, Jack, you don't have to just ask a good question. Come on, we're good. Grillo, please leave. No one cares. And yet you're here. That's not complicated. That's not a compliment. What's not a compliment? No, it's a compliment. Anonymous. Shuli did not start the Dabbleverse. He is a hack failure. This is from Anonymous, who can only make money by talking about John and his producers in jail for pedophilia. Oh, this is starting out perfectly. When you have haters, Steve, you know you're doing it right. Well, this guy Ryan is Ryan Sharman, whatever that is. He is on me like a bum on a sandwich. Everything I do. He actually paid. I think he paid $3 yesterday to ask a question. Quinn DQ1 Grillo is a whack packer. See, now he's trying to get underneath my skin because there's whack packers and there's staff. The whack packers are people that didn't work on the show, but that came on like Fred the Alvin Boy and Crackhead Bob, and he knows that that's going to try to get underneath my skin, which it's not. Nice try, because you said that yesterday, and that I was a whack packer, and we all know that I'm not. So, and then, hey now, Grillo and Savage Chat. You got to love it, Stevie. Scotty Saunders in the house. Grilla is the bum. Peanut butter 66. I don't know what that means. I would never use super tips. I guess that's because the guys that have super tips, there's people that hate them. But this guy's really smart. This guy's name's Pat, and he developed this whole entire software to compete against YouTube, and you get your money back in like 24 hours, and they only take 10%, where YouTube takes like 30%, and you have to wait a month to get your money. So, and super tip, you also have to go and you have to get 3,000 hours of material on there before you can qualify with the super tips, where with super chats, super
you
tips.
Do this for 3,000 hours.
Well, on YouTube.
Before they can
on YouTube,
for it?
Yeah. But super tips you can jump on right away. That's why we're here. So anybody have any financials questions? I know this is a Dabbleverse thing. I don't know where this guy who's mimicking Shuli's dead grandmother. He's almost ready. He's going to come on. This guy, he's got a little bit of knowledge about this, but also finance questions he has to ask you and stuff like that. So, dude, everybody, come on. Stuttering John can't. He died. You got to let me know when these questions come up, okay? Voltaire, Stuttering John's cat died. Can he write off the disposal fees? If your cat dies and you have to get disposed, can you write them off? No. Voltaire, thank you.
Likely not. I obviously don't know Stuttering John's tax situation, but it's very unlikely.
Yeah, you got to let me know when these super tips come up there, Huddy. Okay. But thank you very much, Voltaire. Much appreciated. So I learned all this in like 2 days. I literally locked myself inside on Sunday, and there's two different types. You have to get the super tips, and this is not StreamYard anymore. This is EvuMux. So they work well together. So this is a whole new system I'm working on, and so far so good. But now that I know that this is super tip things coming in, it's kind of fun. So Oscar Electric 2006, did you get any production assistant work after Private Parts? I did. I did several movies after that. One of them being The Sopranos. I was Jodie Foster's first team PA for the Brave One, and that's when I became kind of really close with her and stuff like that. And we EvuMux, that's right. But I did several movies. I did The Out of Towners with Steve Martin and Goldie Hawn. Grillo, learning nothing. Someone walked him through everything. But why don't you guys ask some questions? You got a financial genius here, and you could ask any question you want. And you guys are talking about Stuttering John, who sniped me today and did his show during my show. So what do you have? What else is going on besides Professional Tax Alliance that you can talk about? Because I know you got other shit going on. What's going on with the Master Tour? Are we going on the road this summer?
We're partners, you know. We're doing a bunch of joint things. I'm going out to the launch conference in Pennsylvania in a couple weeks. We're going to do a joint presentation there for that group. So we do probably about 6-8 events a year. You know, LPS, the big one, that we both co-sponsor. So there's so yeah, we're just trying to talk to people who don't normally get the opportunity to talk to financial professionals. You know, like the people a lot of people in your business, right, in the entertainment space, they don't you know, they're underserved, and that's what we do, is we serve underserved markets, and that's what we've always done. That's what PTA is all about.
So if you are a person that is a 1099 person, if you are a freelancer, this is the guy you want to ask questions to. What's the minimum of your net per year would you suggest putting into a HYSA?
I mean, I would put the maximum in there if you're using it, right? Because it's a deduction. If you're a W-2 employee, those are super valuable. If you're a freelancer, 1099, whatever you want to call it, you know, they're not taking the taxes out of your check every time you get paid. You know, you have one job, like that's when that stuff is really valuable. But for a freelancer, there's other opportunities to get better write-offs for medical expenses and so forth. So if you own a business, you have an LLC, right, or an S corp, one of those, this kind of thing can be super valuable to you.
What's Peanut Butter wants to know, is a good question. Do you deal in crypto? If so, what's an underrated coin ready to possibly blow up?
Well, I don't know. You probably know my view on crypto, right? Outside of
Let them know.
One or two coins. So the stock market is based on valuations of companies that are real companies. Coins are just made up, right? Like there's no underlying economic entity that supports the coin. So a coin does better when a lot of people buy it, right? And it does worse when nobody buys it or people start selling it. So it's just a market that's been created. So it's all hype. So I don't really believe in crypto. I believe in cryptocurrency as far as, you know, a Bitcoin or something like that. There's a lot of great uses for cryptocurrency, but trading cryptocurrency, you know, you can get Sam on your show.
Yeah, what I was saying. Well,
he'll give you better insight into how to trade it. But that's really all you're doing, is you're just trading the hype of the market.
One of the biggest crypto guys on YouTube is Sam Price, and he's one of your clients, correct? Mm-hmm. So anybody that looks into crypto, look up Sam Price on YouTube. He gets $500 super chats. They pay him $500 to ask a question. We have someone paid $3 to ask you when your last bowel movement was. They're anonymous.
For $3, you want me to answer this question? I don't know, probably around 2:00. Thanks for checking in. For $10, I'll show it to you. So wait, let me just bust your chops, because you're just filibustering here.
Yeah.
So you ask, these questions are free, and those questions cost.
I don't have to answer those questions.
But you're reading every question.
Well,
so
because
how are they paying you?
What? Well, that makes complete sense. But there are a lot of questions that went by that I didn't answer.
Oh.
Okay. So I'm trying to appease that. All these people are here on this show following me instead of following Stuttering John. So I'm trying to be respectful. But when they ask a super tip question, I have to answer it, and I have to address it. There's a lot of people over here that I've been ignoring, believe me. But can you both talk about super cool necklaces you're wearing? So my audio, what's wrong with my audio? Is it too hot? I'm looking at the levels right now. It seems pretty good. I'm muted. How is my muted? Is that someone just screwing around with me? I'm looking at the levels right there. What is that noise?
What is that noise?
Check 1, 2.
Sounds like you're playing a video or something.
All these people equals 74 watching. So that 74 I didn't have last week. Thank you, Scotty. No sound. All these people are fucking around. Scotty Saunders, I trust with my life. These other people are just assholes. Well, Terry, no, Yo, you're really muted. When we heard you for like 2 minutes, bro, what did you process? Another super tip question. Scotty, let me know what's going on. Anonymous, is Rich a Dago or a Shuli? Are you a Jew or Italian?
You know the answer to that.
Yo, look at this guy. He's fucking Italian. What are you, crazy?
You know what? I haven't been in the sun. It's tax season. I've been indoors most of the time. So see me in a month. It'll be
It's
a very
good.
experience.
Scotty, is my audio okay? These guys they think they're funny. So Stuttering John asked me last night. He told me he said you look like a Shuli. Hey, he's got money like a Shuli.
As long as you pay me for the question.
Yeah, exactly.
Call me whatever you want. Do I get a cut of this?
Yeah, you got to cut of this. I wanted to show you how this worked because I got it. It
It's
worked.
impressive. I mean, you've got a much more evolved situation going on here.
Yeah, because you went ahead and you told me. What the hell is that? Oh, wait a minute. Okay, that's the problem. We got NOOGA here.
There
let
we
me s-
go. Hey, brother.
Oh, that's what's going on. Okay. Where's the different screens? I can't see. Remove some screen. Hold on 1 second. Okay, I got to go up to the dynamic scene. That's why. And now I get to. I got the camera in front of me here. This should be good. So, what's up, buddy? I know you don't
Hey,
want to
how's
be
it
seen. A
going?
lot of these guys, they'll either have a emoji in front of them, like a potato or a pineapple, or they wear like wrestling masks because they go and they ditch it out to all these people so bad that they don't want to be recognized. Like some of these guys won't use their real name. This guy doesn't want to be seen, which is okay because I appreciate you coming on my show, buddy. I didn't know that you're using Shuli's dead grandmother as a name.
Yeah, no, that's Shuli's mother's name, but
Oh.
just a little light ball busting.
Light ball busting about someone's dead mother, bro? I don't find that funny. That's kind of crazy. I don't like when people use other people's family to get back at them or something. Are you a friend of Shuli or you don't like Shuli?
No, I have nothing against Shuli. Just busting little balls.
Oh, okay. Could you? You gotta. You could. I think it'd be better if you made it like after like maybe him being Jewish. There's a super tip question from Anonymous. What's Rich's favorite sexual position with the wife?
Whose wife?
Whose wife? He's single, ladies. Bring it.
You have to answer these questions, right?
Yeah. Well, no, yeah, it's directed at you, Rich. That's his super tips.
I mean, I like them all.
I like them all. That's what I say. Okay. They're saying there's no audio. How about this? You talking to your microphone. You talk.
What, you're saying that my mic's not working?
No, I want to see. Like, I think these people are just, being
Where's-
jerks.
Where's the mic indicator?
Yeah, Scotty Saunders. Really, you like when a guy doesn't pay child support for 3 kids? No, I don't. But I don't know the story, and that's true. Apparently, John's a deadbeat dad. I don't know that to be true.
Well, why don't you just have him on the show? He seems to be
Thanks for bringing this Shuli
the center
account
of
on.
most of these questions.
What's that?
He seems to be the center of most of these questions.
It's the center of
Just
he's the center of
get
the
him on-
universe.
Get him on the show.
He was on the show. He came on the show. That was probably then that's when you get clipped. So, but I've been getting clipped. And then now all these other shows. Last night I was on this guy's Rob show last night because I'm promoting this show, but he has me on and he got clipped. So, but the guy gets clipped a lot. But I guess I see in our world getting clipped isn't good. I was like,
Oh,
you
it's
get
not good?
no.
Oh, you seem happy about it.
Well, I am now. I had to learn. The clipped in our world means that someone stole something from you, someone hit you wrong, or you got murdered. So,
Oh, okay. That's a little more extreme.
what? But the guy got clipped. He got murdered. So, but in this world, apparently getting clipped is a big deal, and now everybody wants me to come on their show so they can get clipped, and I'll be more than glad to do anybody's show. Another one. Another super tip, baby. Here we go. Well, let me get out and come back in. Is this Anonymous again? Okay, Anonymous. Does Rich like giving the third input?
Who has money for this?
Yeah, I don't know, but they got $3 to throw it around, and then they don't even want to have. They don't want to even answer their questions. But this is a good thing because now every time I do a show, I have this all set up, and when I get a good guest, I got a good guest coming up. I'll tell you, but I won't tell them. I got a huge guest. They haven't exactly confirmed yet, but when I tell you, it is a Stern-related guest that I don't think anybody's had on. It's not like a Scott the Engineer or anything like that, but. Once I get this person on, it's probably going to be my biggest show because he's a huge celebrity and he evolves from the Stern world, and I'm kind of excited. He got back to me yesterday to say hello. He hasn't gotten back to me if he can do the show, but I guarantee you, if I get this guy to come on the show on Monday, I'm going to break the bank because everybody's going to want to ask this guy a question. Grillo has clipped people for less. I really like to go back to this Karmic guy and like really just get him off my back. Get alive, Grillo. Your judgment stinks.
Can't argue with that.
Rich knows too much about me. Delusional. Yes, delusional. So Ryan, you're gonna have to start super tipping. What's that? We got another one? Hold on, we'll go out and come back in. Super tip. Thank you, Cupcake. Do you know Casey Armstrong has herpes? 100% confirmed. Maybe that's why he hasn't gotten back to me. No, my guess is not Casey, but I think Casey. Well, here's the thing. Casey's a handsome guy, and girls throw themselves at him, and eventually, you got to catch something from somebody, right? Is it herpes like something like a cold slaw or a cold sore, or is it herpes like genital herpes? And how do you know it's 100%?
They have to pay for the follow-up question too.
Well, no. Do you know Casey? I would like to know. If I'll ask him. That's a good question. Does Casey have? Are you still there, New? No connection. Oh, he must have left. Yeah, I didn't know he was goofing on dead people. Coleslaw. Does he have an infected coleslaw? So people, time's running out. Rich is a busy guy. Clip it. There you go. Clip it. I see. Sometimes I let things go, and I let them think that just to get a reason for them to clip it. I give them it's you know what I do, Rich? I feed the dragon.
Feed the dragon.
You gotta feed the dragon. Mm-hmm. Oh, another day. Keep them coming, everybody. Let's go. Oh, what's going on here? Not rename. Super tip. Yes, sir. Anonymous. Anne Marie and Gary Delabate both said he had herpes. That's from Anonymous. Where did you hear that? Can you tell me where you heard that, Anonymous? So they both said it where? They said it on the air? Did they say it in a private conversation to you? Yeah, let him come to the campground. I'll give him the address. Do you have to pay taxes if you make as little as Grillo? Dude, this is technically my boss. You guys have
Don't put me in that category.
Yeah. All right, he's the CEO of Hammerhead Studios. How's that? So no, yeah, you have the opportunity to ask a man free. Well, not free. It'd be better. All the tax questions should go to Super Tips.
Producers, friends there, the Dunkin' Donuts guy.
No, I thought it was Hudson at first.
I was sitting right here.
Yesterday I thought it was Hudson. I was like, Hudson, are you asking questions over there?
Grillo's young producer has a side.
Yes.
It's a day job.
You got he's
The super tips are not paying enough.
Yeah.
He's got to work them.
Another question on Super Tips. Here we go. Richard, here we go. What's going on? It's a Richard Primzi question. It's anonymous. There we go. What's going on? All right. Stuttering John announced it on his show. Oh, Stuttering John is out there telling people that Casey has herpes. Shuli account, no money goes to Shuli. I'm doing Shuli's show Friday morning, by the way. Shuli took my Audible. I gave him free access to my Audible. So he has his guys listening to all the Audible clips. So they're going to come up. It's going to be like an Audible Gorilla Parts show with Shuli on Friday. Anonymous Stuttering John announced it. I guess what he said, did Stuttering John say that he heard it from Gary and Anne-Marie? I'd like to know. John would never do that. Peanut Butter, you got any more questions?
Why don't you send a book to everybody who does a $25 question on you?
Oh, See,
Right.
that's this guy's a genius. That's why I love
Send him a
him.
book.
Yeah. So you've got anybody who has a question over $20, I'll send you a book. I forget this gentleman's name, but can you ask him if he's a big fan of the Duke? Oh, Richard. Richard, did you ever have any interaction with Stuttering John ever, or do you have any opinion about him while you were a fan of the show?
No, I mean, I thought he was good on the show, right? I mean, I ran into him in the scene back in New York a couple times, but
Oh, you did?
Not
Where'd you run into him?
well, I don't know if we should talk about
What,
that.
Scores? Was it Scores?
It's
It's in the past. Scores.
Scores was you know that's what
Yeah.
stomping grounds, man.
Yeah,
Don't put
yeah.
that on me now.
Oh, well, everybody. Everybody.
Took me 20 years to clean up my image. You gonna drag me back to that?
Oh, everybody who
Everybody
was.
seems to be talking about him, so he must be doing something right. You know?
Yeah, just joined.
never seen his
Oysters are. This is Richard Primzi. He is the CEO of Professional Tax Alliance, and this is his studio, technically, that he's letting me use.
My shows are way more boring than this.
Yeah.
Well, you watch me when you need information.
when you get on your future going up and going, this is not going to be in the Dabbleverse.
That's what I'm here to promote. Right?
Yes, well, Richard's going to be doing a show called Own Your Future, and it's you explain what Own Your Future is.
Well, Own Your Future is a marketing campaign that we're doing at the firm to try to encourage people to take some ownership in their financial world, right? We speak most to the young people. I'm doing a couple of UC colleges in California, speaking to students. Basically, it comes down to when you come out of school, you're not prepared to be running your own checking account and saving money and going into banking and taxes, and they don't teach you that in school. But as soon as you get out, you're expected to be an expert. So what we try to encourage people to do is not buy into the fear and the anxiety that comes along with the people scaring you about the IRS. Accountants, even people in my profession, CPAs, they typically try to scare people and say the IRS is out to get you. They want all your money, and nothing can be further than the truth. Like, the IRS is actually a pretty good organization. I mean, I've never met a bad person there, and they've never been greedy or aggressive with people. From my years of dealing with them, right? But yet they're painted as the Darth Vader guy coming in to take your money. So we try to take the fear and anxiety out of this process to stop the procrastination, because that's what everybody does. When something makes them uncomfortable, they avoid it, right? But when you avoid this, you get all the problems that you were afraid of, right? Because the IRS is going to make you comply. Like, that's their job.
Yeah.
So if you don't comply, then you're you don't have to pay a lot of tax, but you have to comply, file your returns, be somewhat responsible.
As long as
about your money, especially the people that I deal with, they do a show, they make $200, and they go out and they spend $200.
Where are your
There's
products?
tax money involved in that. There's, expenses, that come up at the end of the month that maybe you want to save for in the beginning of the month. These are all some of the basic financial concepts that we try to encourage people to take ownership of, because when you're going to spend time dealing with this, a very little bit of time consistently, right, will save you all sorts of headaches and problems. But if you ignore it and you try to get around it and deal with it later, then you have massive problems to deal with. Because once you get in that grind and you get notices, you're not filing, and then you get your accountants calling you, you're calling your accountant more likely, trying to get these things resolved. They take forever. The IRS is just a big computer now, right? So it's you back in the day, if you had a problem with your taxes, something I actually helped you with.
Yeah, on more than one occasion.
I would call the IRS and they'd be like, "Hey, Grillo, he's a good guy. Here's the deal.
Take it easy on him.
They say, "All right,
He's not the
file
brightest guy."
this, file that, and everything's resolved. Now I have to write a letter. It goes to the IRS. It takes them 6 months to respond. The response is usually, you have to send us a different letter, and then we send a different letter. So you have these issues mount, and they build, and they go on for years. When all you had to do was what you're going to end up doing anyway, right? So do it before it's a problem. When you comply with the computer, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
When you comply with the notices and the problems and the IRS chasing you, now you're complying with people, and that's way more expensive.
I have another super tip. Was Howie fucking Ralph? Anonymous. I can't answer that question. All I can say is they had a very bizarre relationship, and I don't know what the hell was going on. I know from my experience that Ralph didn't mind being naked around other men, but I did. So we brought a girl home from Scores, me and Ralph, one time, and things got interesting, and I left the room. I'm not into having another penis in the room. But so based on your anonymous question, would they fucking? I can't answer that because I didn't see it. All I can say is Ralph washed his underwear, and I don't know. That's pretty intimate. Somebody said that Bass Pro Shop called. They want me to take the hat off. And then can you talk? Grillo won't let him answer. Where was that? Multi-level marketing. Or where are the seminars? Where the product is seminars. Multi-level marketing. Where the product is seminars. I don't know. Good. I get a 1099 from Stuttering John.
I don't know if they're referring to mine, but we don't charge anything for our
There you go.
conversations.
For anyone you sign up for the courses, you get a percentage? No. But someone said this guy is OnlyFans, I heard. The question is, Grillo, can you talk to the camera and not to you? Oh, he wants you to talk to the camera and not to me. Like when you talk to the camera.
Okay.
The people are very, very, very specific. Why does Grillo have a picture of his boss on the mantle?
Yeah, I was wondering the same thing. Like,
I looked
you
for
want to rework that
inspiration.
for your show, dude?
You put it there.
Okay, for my show.
What?
Not for yours.
I didn't want it. This is your studio. I didn't want to touch anything.
These guys are gonna come after me because they don't like my suit or something.
Yeah. Any more super tips? That's disgusting, Gorilla. Why trying to have a serious conversation about taxes? We're trying to have a serious conversation about taxes. I'm talking about why? Because someone paid me to answer the question.
This
Can you
is
tell,
like
Rich?
ADD radio here, man. Like
Yeah.
this is definitely distracting for someone like you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. My head's about to
Maybe you
explode.
should just let the producer run the questions.
Yeah. No, but these are the questions that are in the YouTube.
I feel like I'm watching this show from a bad seat.
See, now that's gonna get clipped.
But I'm getting producer comments. I'm getting
Yeah.
I'm getting good stuff. Look at the camera, not at you.
Yeah.
It's a good tip.
Getting super tips.
I'm no pro.
So yeah, this is. I feel bad for the guy. I just right before I came on and I said I was having this guy on, I got a text from the guy Shuley saying that guy uses my dead mother's name, and he wasn't too happy. He wasn't mad at me, but I don't know when you're using someone's dead mother's name just to get back at him or just to be sort of funny. I don't see that happening. I didn't know that, so but Shuley's already knows that I'm not down to try to do it. But another question. Bring it. What's going on? Is this someone now that we know? Super tip playing. Send it over, Hudson. Karmic is going off on you now. Turn on his show. I wouldn't know how to do that. Let the fucking half a sissy from Minnesota go off on me. What has he got? The man lives in a small town. He's never done anything in his whole goddamn life. And he's going to come off. He's going to go up. Oh, get your clips in, Karmics. I don't really care. Yeah, the guy. Yeah, that's shitty. This is a mean place, though. I understand. And yes, peanut butter. You're not the only person that thought that my book should be a screenplay. Yeah, I wrote a book. He's going to call me a bitch and shit like that, but you can call me a bitch all he wants. He's a real tough guy from Minnesota. And I guarantee you, he's definitely someone in life that's never got a fucking fat lip. So these guys all talk. What is he going to say? I've been doing podcasting before. He was still in his mother's basement playing with Legos. If I jump on here and I'm getting more attention than him, sorry, but you could take your karmic electric static and shove it up your ass. So I must have made a couple bucks today. What do you think? It's happening. Unleash the Kraken. Okay. So this is about 45 minutes of pure Grillo. Don't start that fruity New York City tough guy thing. Yeah, no, this. See, that's the funny thing is everybody thinks I'm this super nice guy, and everybody, there's two things. Don't ever start a land war in China, and don't mistake my kindness for weakness. I'm a very nice guy, but you get on my bad side, yeah, you will see the Irish side come out real quick. So, yeah, he's a tough mind. He's going to go off on me. He's going to get clipped, and this is going to go on and on and on. And, you know, if he wants to come on my show, I'll come on his show. You know, he's the one who had to open his big, stupid mouth. And he wants to open his mouth. Well, guess what? I'm going to open mine, too. Get your shine box, girl. Already picking a fight with Karmic. He's going to eat you alive. Why is he going to eat me alive? Who the hell is he? Who the hell is he? I don't care. What is he going to do? Beat me up? Yeah, that's not happening. So I didn't start with Karmic's. He started with me. And maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm getting a little more clipped than him. Can't answer that question. But on that note, I'm going to get a million phone calls right now. Don't spit in the wind. Don't tug on Superman's cape. What is he? How is he Superman? How is he Superman? I don't even care. All right, everybody. Thank you very much. Richard, do you have any last words to say?
I don't know. Do I need to be here for this?
Listen, you being someone that is very involved in what I'm doing right now, I also...
Yeah, stop referring to me as your boss. I mean, maybe your landlord.
Yeah,
if you actually
okay.
pay rent, I'd be considered a landlord.
Yes, okay, so...
And why does it smell like ass in the studio? You boys need to, like...
Whoa,
clean
hold
this
on a
place up
second.
a little bit.
Coming from that room.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not liking this.
Yeah, I'm only here a couple...
I'm
I'm
get
only...
evicted if this continues.
I'm only here for a couple hours a day, bro. All right, everybody. Thank you very much for tuning in. Professional Tax Alliance is available. I'll put up that sign on the way out. Where is it? Layers. Oh, I got one more super tip question. Okay, here we go. Karmic just called Rich a oily, shooly accountant. Was that? I'm not sure what that is, but he doesn't know what he's talking about. Well, good. Let him say whatever he wants. I got more people paying attention. I like Rich. See, Diablo Sandwich likes you.
Someone likes me.
So, Sandwich. All right, everybody. That's it. The day's over. Thank you very much for tuning in. See you later, Scotty boy.